Hello YouTube, welcome back to my silly survival world. Today is going to be a little bit more of a peaceful day. The last two have been a little funky. We went on a huge nether trip, and I can show you here. We ended up getting the Holy Wrath, which I now have a texture pack for, so you can tell this apart from a regular crossbow. This thing, if you didn't see the last episode, it's a little silly. A little extra silly, actually. I absolutely love this thing. I didn't even know that I added custom items to the server, so whoops-a-daisy, that wasn't exactly my plan, but I'm gonna be honest, it was some good fun. I went out exploring and really, honestly, had no idea what we were going to find. Today is not going to be a big exploration day. Now, my plans for today are going to be over here. We still need to do a little bit of terraforming there. That was not the exact plans, but we will probably get to that. I want to go down there where my old home used to be and do some work on it. It has not received love in a long time, and it's getting high time that it does. We're gonna need some kelp. I doubt we can get all the resources we need, but I do want to play with some trapdoors potentially, and buckets. Now, I'll also be bringing all these newly emptied out shulker boxes with me, since there are some items left behind that I do want to get out. Some of them I probably will burn, but most of them I won't. Ow. Please don't do that to me again, Brock. I am really honestly thinking still about having a villager trading hall here. I don't know exactly how I'd want to construct it, but I know it would be a sizable build. Maybe something around that scale. Not quite my house scale. What is this? What have you been doing, Del? Oh, holy crap. That's a duper. That sure does. That dupes. That dupes. Good job, Del. That's what a thing I have happened upon. Some dark magic hiding in my walls. Okay. We should probably get this lectern here. I want to get a larger scale map here, kind of like what I have in my kitchen back at home. I really do like maps. I believe... No. There's a little more No, never mind. No, there is. There's some gravel left behind here, so I should go ahead and probably get that out of this storage. And then I do actually want... Oh! I didn't know there were items still in these. Crap. I thought I cleared these out, but okay. I got a bunch of enchanted books. I might grindstone like all of these. Breach 4's kind of okay, and Silk Touch. Yeah, I will either grindstone those or donate them, pretty much. Now this here I can return to its original design, more or less. I do want to update the walls in this place. They were originally meant to be mixed with different stone types, but I didn't do that very much. It's still here, but if we go back into the cakeways, you'll see that theming almost entirely disappears. Now, for that, we are going to need some more stone. It feels like I am always in very low supply of stone, so I might just go here where Del has set up this silly duper, and nope, this is andesite. Now, out here is a plenty good enough source of stone, so I'll just gather up like 2 stacks of this. And we can take this and help mix into the walls with it. I'm thinking that I do want to generally do a lower to higher deal here. So as you go up, we fade into andesite, most likely, right? Darkest to lightest. Now, as for the shears, I suppose we will probably just be throwing these on the ground here. I do already own a mending unbreaking pair of shears, not to mention I have a silk touch hoe, which Brock was entirely correct in saying was in the cobblestone farm. I don't know how he is omnipotent as to the locations of items on this server, but he really is. Now, as for the rest of the odds and ends here, I will probably just shulker box them. Now, I'm thinking I will probably leave this bed here. That, well, did I? No, I don't think I ever had my bed in that corner. I had a bed all the way at the top of the tower. There should still be one. Man, what a lovely spot this is still. We could put a little something out here, get a table and chairs. Man, there is just so much untapped potential with this place. Now, main thing you're going to be doing is coming through and wanting to go up. You can see there is water dripping. I cannot believe that I actually left it in that state, but I have a silly sugarcane farm I set up here in preparation for the cakery back when we built that. And that is another thing that I want to address a little bit today if we have the time. But right now, I want to take and clear out this room because I would like to transition this whole building into a water elevator. Well, whole building might not be accurate, but I do want a water elevator at least through the very center. If not, no, probably just a 1 block wide, yeah. Going up through the center, and we will need to kind of figure out how we're going to trap this in, which is what I've brought trapdoors for. As for the destination, I want it to pop you out right up here. You can see I broke this window out some time ago, and I did that because I have full plans to, as of today, make this here essentially the front door of the building, or at least a back door that will go out into the commercial district. So it should just make this a much better hotspot for travel. Now, how I actually get the water elevator set up is a big question. Now, it'd be pretty easy just to drop a line of water down, and that is part of the game here, but now that we have water down here, and I forgot about the spillage down at the bottom, but that's fine. Let that dry up, break that open. Now, the question is, how do we actually make this an elevator? Because if we were to transition all of these blocks here to source blocks, that will immediately cause all the water to spill out everywhere. I did actually even bring a fair bit of kelp, so I can show very quickly here. The problems are immediate with this one. Okay, I think I have a design here that might just work, and coincidentally, I actually have the items on me to do it, since I did recently add fences to my toolbox. Now, if we have fences on all 4 angles, that would allow us to essentially have these little pillars going up through the middle of the room. Now, this isn't a perfect solution, especially down here on the bottom story. I think we are going to have to come up with something a little different, since this is extra claustrophobic. But I think on further rooms up, it'll still give us some small spaces to decorate while keeping the primary function of a way to get up through the tower. So for the moment, I am just going to head right back home, and we are going to get a lot of the stuff put up here so I have a much more freed up inventory and get soul sand and potentially some interior decoration stuff. And we are off. What a quick trip it is back home. I kind of should have thought of going down the tower, but I don't know, maybe diving board, maybe you just jump. Getting down's up to you, getting up's the important part. Alright, I've grabbed a couple materials that I do think will be useful. It's getting dark, but we can sleep back at the old place. I suppose I will actually call it the community center, because I do think that's more or less what it's going to be. It's a nice central location to the world. It's big, stands out. I think it's perfect. Now let's hop all the way down. And here at the bottom, I've brought... Oh. You can't actually even get past this. Also, I didn't bring soul sand. Well, now I am on the walk of shame. I actually don't even know what happened to the minecart. It might have flown back to my house, in which case it'll just be sitting on my roof on its lonesome. Oh, here it is. I guess it doesn't jump as far if a player's not in it. Now, all we needed was one soul sand. If I had just grabbed that, I could have saved us a trip. Now, I will probably sleep in the guest bedroom here to get the night out of the way. There we have it. And now, for realsies this time, we can get started on some renovations. Change number 1. We now have a bubble column. Now, change number 2, we're going to need to take and stack this kelp all the way up. Well, I suppose we should probably address the elevator part of this first, shouldn't we? Now, some open trapdoors will do wonders to allow us at least through this. Now, the question is, what do we do about this little build around the gate here, as it does block off the cakeways, and I'm thinking we probably just need to tear this out. It won't serve a purpose anymore anyways, as we will be getting rid of the original ladder. So you can now walk around this, or if you're coming from Dell's house and the cakeways, or potentially future places we hook them up, this will just be a direct access route. I don't think it's too bad. Now, with the kelp placed, we can go back down, breaking all this, and we should have flooded the entire house. Absolutely perfect. Now, ideally, there isn't water pouring from every corner of this house, so we will block that off. That makes one clean spot. It is certainly not clean up there, so we're going to need a lot more fences. There is room number 2 blocked off, and woo, okay. Efficient these things are. Now, I'm thinking here, the room is so tiny, we are probably just going to block off these old doorways and make this a 1x1 tunnel. This down here, we can have some small rooms, and I think that's great, but anything... Oh, that's strange. Anything that's above this is just going to be tunnel, since there isn't really any space to fit better anyways. Now, I will put slabs on each of these blocks, which will just spawn-proof it so nothing can spawn in those gaps, and tear out everything else. And now I'm going to just go gather all our stone bricks and the like, and fill all that in. Now, let's ride back up, and here I will pull out all 3 of the materials. We start with brick. I will break these temporary blocks out, and I will just kind of build this up quite randomly. Now here, I guess in the middle, we're going to have a somewhat random pattern here of andesite. Ow. Well, that's awesome. Alright, there we have it. That is where you exit. Now, maybe, just maybe, we could jump out the other side to go back down. I don't know that I'm seeing the potential here. Yup, that just hurt and was a mildly difficult jump. What if there was a hot tub here? Now, I don't think it could be centered on this, right? Is there any way we could expand? We could expand this forward, get this a little further to the left, and then I think we could fit a hot tub. Would it be worth it is the question. Is it funny enough that I'm willing to... this is a difficult question. This is a difficult question. I don't know. I don't know. It's a moral dilemma. It would be funny. It would be funny. But this is history we're talking about. Am I willing to destroy... Well, yes, I am willing to destroy history because it's funny. But am I willing to destroy this because it's funny? I think I'll have to decide on that in the future. For now, it's outside the scope of our project. Let's get back down here. Now, yeah, I think I should have the space to... No, I don't have the space to customize this room. We could do the same thing to this room that I did with the other one, but I don't like that very much. I really don't. It's not too difficult to get into these little side rooms, so that's good. I think, we can't replace the walls on this one. I mean, we can update them with the more improved gradient that we've gone for here on the other rooms. All right, there we have it. I think those walls do look just a little bit nicer. Now, we will want to do the same thing on the walls with this story. Well, maybe not, actually. I can fix the ceiling here. A long time ago, I needed... yeah, I was about to say, I needed coal. I saw there was coal in the ceiling, and I just took it from there. I didn't have any stone, so I made stone brick, and that's just been like that for a while. Now, this room, I think this is about the state we're going to leave it in for the time being. Unless there's a little something I can do here, because I do think this looks really awkward. You can tell this is not how I originally designed it. Maybe... Hold on. Alright, that was a relatively small tweak. I do think it's a big improvement. Maybe could the door be made similar on the other side? Not in a way that I think I would like. Why are you in here? What? What? How? How? Do you care to explain? Well, how strange was that? Oh, that's Delhouse. I want to maybe improve this staircase as well, because this is quite a tight little corridor. Or does it even need to exist, really? I mean, this staircase already exists, and that connects in. I could restore this to its original state, because this was originally 5 furnaces. I might not have mentioned it. I think I mentioned it, though. I did want to try putting a carpet down here, so I think that's something we will go ahead and do. I think we just need 2 sets of carpet, and then we can pop that down like that. That's cute. Just a small thing. Now, I was thinking that at least for 1 floor of this, we would try out a different wall color. So I did bring with me a fair bit of terracotta for us to try that out. Now, I did not have the materials to fill out the yellow room, unfortunately. But, how are we feeling about this? It's yellow. I made it yellow. You can see that. I can see that. But what does it mean to be yellow? I'm thinking maybe... Ooh, yeah. We can do some wooden strips down the middle. And not only does it look pretty nice, but it also allows us to finish this out without going out to gather more terracotta, because let's be honest, who would want to do that? Mesa is ages away, so this is a much better solution. There we go. Weird yellow room complete. Now this is 5 blocks tall? Yes. So, you see, that's kind of an issue with the design, but not one I'm going to fix, probably. Hi there! Why multiple baby zombies today? Oh yeah, no. This space cannot fit 5. So what if, like I said earlier, we just kind of don't? Now, we could do something with this room in the future. I really don't know, though. I don't have any immediate ideas, at least. Actually, yeah, should get the fences connected up to the ceiling here. Maybe get 4 stairs? There we go. Now it looks like intentional design. And we go through here. It's one big tunnel. Takes you right up to the top. Ooh, wait. That's not even. Strange. I think I'm okay with the rest of this being ladders, though we could probably change where the ladders are. Or maybe not. I don't know. There isn't cute falling leaf. There isn't a bed up here anymore, so that's something I'll need to fix. Right, I'm thinking... I don't have more spruce than that. Dang. Okay. No spruce trees around either. I'm thinking we're going to want some shelves for the door design I'm going for here. And I'll bone meal up this bad boy here. Good stuff. Now, if I take this offhand, I can go ahead and strip these. I only needed 6, but I did all of them. Now that... Oh, like this. Yes. Spruce shelves. And... yeah. I think that's cute. I well and truly do. So now, we still need a little terraforming here. I don't want to do too much, like we're not going to be covering this up. Oh, I still need to plug the doors. Pop, 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 pop. There we go. Ooh. Oh, this side's weird. Okay, I can actually just cover that part up at least quite confidently, since we are also well covering this side up. Now, this has taken a little longer to work on than I thought it would. We've got lime terracotta. Is there any space, like, up at the top of the tower here, where we could fit in... Oh. As a matter of fact, yes. Yes, there is. That's definitely an interesting idea, though I don't know if it's one I would want to go with, since it does close off an already small area. This could be a little garden area for sure. It definitely suit the vibe of the place, since we already have leaves hanging down. I could go get some glowing berries, set 2 beds right here, get little crops growing on the sides, and a bunch of flower pots with all sorts of plant variety. I think I just named a very lovely plan. Now, I don't have any glowberries left, so I'm going to head down to the horse stable here. I still absolutely love this build. I think that this is like near a perfect build for me. I would love to just get a lot more micro builds like this around the world. Really would. Except the gate. The gate still doesn't work, but, you know, if the gate worked, this would be a near perfect build. Now, I am banking on there being a bunch of bricks. Awesome. Okay. So, with this, we can make ourselves a load of flower pots. Nice. And we can go all the way up the tower. Much faster trip than it used to be. Climb just 2 ladders here. And at the top, Wow, you're kidding. I didn't bring any... Well, I forgot to bring a bed, which feels kind of crazy, but, yep, that's what I've done, so I'll have to live with it. I did, however, bring the means to get some hanging vines around. Now, we could maybe do a little bit on the outside here. I think that would be a wonderful idea. Alright, we've got an assortment of vines hanging around the outside. It almost gives the place a bit of an abandoned vibe. Not exactly what I was going for, but I don't hate it. Now, I'm probably going to use a whole load of oak trapdoors for my plans on this. We're gonna have trapdoors going like this. We're gonna have trapdoors going like that. Over here on the outside, okay, these aren't going to fit quite as well as I'd hoped. I can do some trapdoors either side and get some pots down. Now, lots and lots of flower pots, and we're going to just get a variety of different plants and the like all planted about. Here on the inside as well, we're going to do flower pot there, flower pot there. I will have a painting hung up here. Now, I don't have any dirt on me. I do have moss, which, yes, I already put the moss there. So let's go ahead and start getting things in these here pots. This one will be red mushroom. I will put a red mushroom in one of the outside ones. Cornflower here. Maybe spruce sapling. It is kind of just what I have on me, but I do think it works. Can you pot a bush? No, you can't. How incredibly interesting. We will put a bush right here. I need to get trapdoors here in front of this. And we're outright going to replace this with the firefly bush, which should create fireflies around the building, potentially? Yes! Yes! That's exactly what I want. Okay. As you can see, we have a little sprinkle of fireflies here hanging around the outside of the house. I think that looks absolutely amazing. Now, on the inside, I could put a spore blossom that I brought with me. I did want to just try that out, see how I feel about it. Now, I'll probably hang it from very high up, like that, right? So, spore blossom, and the particles will have to travel a little ways, so we shouldn't see them. Okay, well, they are actually making it. I think that's actually nearly perfect. Oh, the particles are everywhere outside. That's really interesting. Okay. I do think we'll probably take and just back these vines up a little bit, give us more space to walk around in. What we could even do is no, we can't. I lied. You know, this is what I want to do with it, so I'm actually just going to go for it. We're going to put a moss block here and a moss block here. It's not a perfect solution, but it does allow us to have those vines hang down a little lower without being quite as intrusive as the leaf blocks were. Now I'll put my oxeye daisy right here. We have some bookshelves for where the beds will go, so I will get a painting, a bed, some dirt, be able to plant probably... I do carrots a lot, so I'm going to say I will do some potatoes right here. And I think that will thoroughly redecorate this tower up here and just give a little more life to a long, unloved part of this world. Alright, I should have everything we need for the final renovations on the top of the tower here. It's kind of funny how you hit your lantern, or what? Oh, yeah, okay. I need to make this into... Well... Hold on. Okay, there's a way of doing this. Let's walk around the back. Now we're going to need a single staircase. Set it facing backwards, fill it with water, close it. Now on the other side, you'll see we have a little pool of water here. And that little pool of water will be enough to saturate these blocks of farmland. Now with that, I should be able to take a potato, and I can take bone meal, grow the potato, grab my other potato that we've just created, plant it, and with the remaining bone meal, we can grow all the potato, and that is a perfect little potato farm. Now, on the other side, we should, and I kinda really hope we do, have wool in this chest here. That we do. Okay. With that, we can create 2 beds. I'm about to be hit. Take care of this guy. And then take these 2 beds and make them pink, because I want to. Back at the top, we place pink bed number 1, pink bed number 2, and a better painting than that. Come on, I want my favorite. Yes, my favorite. Okay. And with that, I think we have finished a simple renovation on the top here. Have we, though? There's one more thing I would like to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and fix number 6. There we go. Okay, that's really adorable. Oh, you can't tell me that's not perfect. Oh, I forgot. You can't tell me that's not perfect. Oh my god, look at this place. This is actually really pretty. Oh, wow, it is. It is wildly ambient up here. Hello there, sir. Look how cool my tower looks. Wow. Okay. It doesn't change a whole lot of the view from a distance, but man, when you're up here, this is a good change. Really good change, that is. I might switch some things around in the foreseeable future. Wow. I have no idea why there is a small zombie invasion down here. We definitely need a lot of spawn proofing around the commercial district. I doubt hardly anyone wants to shop where there are monsters all the time, but for the time being, I do think that is where we're going to call it today. I don't have quite as much time as I did in the past week, seeing as I do have classes. I am currently a college student, so I do need to take extra time for that. For now, I do hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!